Okay, peace, family. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing this bright and early rising? Grand rising to all, rich risings to all. Hope y'all having a great day, man. So, I'm coming to you today, bro, to bring this knowledge, okay? Recently, I made a video saying that how the Pharaoh is God. Like why we call each other ye are gods. You know, peace God, peace God, peace God. Why we say that? You see what I'm saying? Because we are gods. You know, and some people don't want to believe that. But you cannot dispute the knowledge. That's all I'm trying to say, right? So, uh, we're going to, I've been doing some research last night. Um, and I've been trying to bring in some points that will further explain how it all makes sense, right? So here we have the Pharaoh, uh, right here, right? We have the Pharaoh, okay? On the crown of the Pharaoh, right? They always had one to the left and one to the right. So on the crown of the Pharaoh first, right? There was two guys. One was if I'm not mistaken, he had the head of a jackal. One had the head of a jackal, and one had the head of like an eagle, I would say, a bald eagle, right? Even in certain museums where they have the Pharaoh at, you will see that on the left and right side of that Pharaoh is Heru and Seth, each with a hand on his shoulder, showing that he has to balance himself between the lower God and the higher God. So now we're really about to get into this, right? So, the higher self, right? Your higher self is Heru. Your lower self is Set. Heru is Christ in the Egyptian form, right? Set is Satan in the Egyptian form. Now, we also must remember that Egyptian text was created thousands of years before the Christian ideology, okay? Now, right here, right? This is why I want to bring it at. Both Satan and Christ are gods. They are both gods. Christ being the Godhead, right? Christ represents the Godhead, a level that we could all reach. Even in Buddhist texts, right? The Godhead will also be Buddha or Brahma. You see what I'm saying? Buddha was the enlightened one, but he was the equalist. He was equal to the Christ. You see what I'm saying? So right here, another note I made was that the higher self and lower self, right? Christ and Heru is the head and tail of the same coin. You see what I'm saying? You cannot do one without the other. No one is stronger than the other, bro. You see what I'm saying? It takes both of them together to create us. You see what I'm saying? So that's why in the Bible he said, I will make you the head and not the tail. I will make you greater and not lesser. You see what I'm saying? But notice, right? We're talking about the Most High, right? The Most High is the creator. He only acknowledges gods. If you're not a God, he's not going to acknowledge you. So for him to acknowledge the head and the tail, he didn't say shit about motherfuckers in the middle, right? Which you're going to get on that too. If you're in the middle, then you have to pick a side, man. You cannot be in the middle playing both sides. You're going to get ate up that way. You see what I'm saying? That's in any aspect of life. You see what I'm saying? In the Bible, he said, I will make you the head, not the tail. I will make you greater, not lesser. You see what I'm saying? Now, he's talking down on Satan, calling him the tail, calling him the lower. But never forget, for the Most High to acknowledge you means what? That you are a God. Just to be acknowledged in his presence means that you are a God. You see what I'm saying? That's just real. Now, let's get into it, right? The Bible says, Revelation 3:16, because you are lukewarm, I will vomit you out of my mouth. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going to go grab my Bible real quick. It's over here. So, yeah, that's what he said, right? And Revelation 3:16, you can go to it right now. You see what I'm saying? Revelation 3:16. Now I got the NIV. You know, I don't have my King James version on me right now, which I do love. The King James version is the best, man, because that's what I grew up on. But the universe was talking to me, was talking through us this morning, man. So I think the New International Version might work best for people to understand it better. They might not understand the King James Version as much, right? So here we go. All right, we're going to go down to 3:16. 3:16. Okay, right here, right? He said, this is how we know what love is. Because, oh, wrong one. My bad, fellas, my bad. 2 pages to the left, my bad. All right, here we go. All right. Revelation 3:16, here we go. What he said right there? So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth. Spit or vomit out of the mouth, man. Meaning that you are worthless. You are nothing. You are the least. You are lower than the least, man. You see what I'm saying? He said, I will spit you out of my mouth. Now, before that, he said, you will be the head, not the tail. Greater, not lesser, right? He still acknowledged the lesser gods. But he cannot acknowledge somebody who don't know themselves. You see what I'm saying? Satan might be a motherfucker, but at least he owns his shit. That's all I'm saying, right? Okay, so let's keep moving, right? All right. So Satan is the fallen god, right? Christ is the Godhead. Even in Buddhist culture, Satan will be Mara, right? All right, so let's dig into this. In Buddhist culture, Mara is said to dwell in the highest of the heavens. Mara is still a god. Even if it's lower self, he is still a god. Mara is said to dwell in the highest of the heavens that still belong to the sensual realm. It belongs to the sensual realm. What is the sensual realm? Right? The sensual realm is, it goes by what I see, hear, taste, smell, and touch. You see what I'm saying? The 5 senses. What I see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. That's it. Yes, he dwells in the highest of the heavens, but it's only open to the 5 realms. That's it. So, yeah, he can dominate earth all he wants. I don't give a fuck. I'm not here for that. What I'm here for is this. Now, but, check this, right? But, it is inferior to the celestial realm, right? The celestial realm of the non-sensual heavens where Brahma dwells, right? Read this again. In Buddhist culture, Mara is said to dwell in the highest of the heavens that still belong to the sensual realm, but it is inferior to the celestial realm of the non-sensual heavens. Y'all following me? Where Brahma dwells. Now, the non-sensual heavens, right? What is the non-sensual heavens? Energy, frequency, vibration, love, the heart chakras, the things that we can't see, walking by faith, not by sight. I walk by faith, not by sight. You see what I'm saying? I walk not by sight, I walk by faith, not by sight. You see what I'm saying? That's the non-sensual realm. We have to let go of the things that we think in everyday life. We have to move by the spirit, not by the five senses, right? If we're moving by the five senses, we're moving wrong. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's get back into the Pharaoh, what I was saying about the Pharaoh, right? This is why I said the Pharaoh is God. Check this, right? All right, so right here, right? We got the Pharaoh. He's constantly battling between what? His lower self and his higher self, right? His lower self is what? A fallen God. His higher self is the Godhead. So, if he's in between a fallen God and the Godhead, what the hell does that make him in the middle? It makes him a fucking God. It makes him a God. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because he has free will. He has free will to do whatever the fuck he want to do. You see what I'm saying? He can be a fallen God, God over the sensual realms, or he can become one with the Godhead and become God over the celestial realm. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was making. And just to show how real it is, right? It's in Christian ideology too. Because Heru, right? Heru is Christ. Or Horus. Horus is Christ in Egyptian text. Seth or Set, right, is Satan in Egyptian mythology. You see what I'm saying? And I hate to call it mythology, man. I really hate to call it, I'm going to say Egyptian ideology, because that shit's real. It's not no myth. You see what I'm saying? That shit is real as fuck. Now, we're going to get on something real quick, right? This is why I say we need to start breaking down these songs, because these rappers know the truth, right? What did Jay-Z say in that song? He said, Lucifer, son of the morning. Y'all remember that, right? When he was, what was it? On the Black Album, right? Lucifer, son of the morning, right? Okay, we're going to get in that. It's about to get deep, right? Okay, so, before we go any further, right, I want to say one thing. Isaiah 14:12, it describes Satan as the morning star, right? But Revelation 22:16, Christ came and said, well, I am the morning star. So if Lucifer and Christ is the morning star, then that will make Lucifer and Christ one. They came together and became one. You see what I'm saying? So, I think I got this from a philosopher. I want to say Bobby Hemmett said this. And I don't know if he got it from the Egyptian text or not. But he did say that Set or Satan is Heru or Christ without a pineal gland. You see what I'm saying? He could do everything Christ could do, but he cannot reach the heavens, right? He cannot reach the celestial realm. He's God over the sensual realm, but he cannot get to the celestial realm, right? Okay, so let's go to Isaiah 14:12. Y'all can follow me if y'all want, or y'all can, just wait for me to show it on the screen, right? We're going to go to Isaiah 14:12, okay? All right, here we go. What does it say right here? Isaiah 14:12, right? How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. Right? What is they saying right here? They saying, my God, wow, my God, how have you fallen? That's a mighty fall, man. How have thee fallen from the heavens? He fell. The God who once destroyed nations. That's how powerful he was. He once destroyed nations. Oh, how he have fallen. Mighty. Did our ancestors not fall? Did the ancestors have they not fallen in frequency? See, this is what Rashad Jamal talks about, right? Getting back to the Godhead. That's why we say you are gods. So you can get back to the Godhead. Because we used to be gods before we fell. We fell first in the Pharaoh state. We fell then to the emperor state. We fell then to the king state. That's why I say I push past the king. I push past the emperor. I push past the Pharaoh. Because I want to get back to the Godhead. I don't want to get back to being a Pharaoh. I want to get back to being a God. You see what I'm saying? Before we fell in frequency. It says it right here. How ye have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth. You who once laid low the nations. Man, how powerful is that? How powerful is that? Right? Okay. Now, let's kick it up. We're going to go to Revelation 22:16. Right? Revelation 22:16. Right? There we go. There we go. Revelation 22:16, he says, I, Jesus, have sent my angel to give you this testimony for the churches that I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. What the fuck did he just say? Huh? Y'all hear that? Did y'all just catch that? Holy shit, boy. The words that just came out of my mouth is so powerful. It can shut this shit down today if people caught the fuck on to what he just said. Right? But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to break it down for y'all, right? Let me read it again for you, right? He said, I, Jesus, have sent my angels to testify. You gotta have a witness, G. You gotta have a witness. Somebody gotta testify for you. You gotta have a witness, man. I sent my angel to give you testimony for the churches that I am the root. I am the beginning. I am first. There is nothing without me. But who was first? If I'm not mistaken, Satan was first, right? Because Satan existed in a God realm before there was human beings. You see what I'm saying? Satan existed before human beings, before there was even human beings. So he was a what? A spirit, a soul, right? He said, I am the root, which means he was what? First. And the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. So I'm about to break this shit down, bro. This is where we're going to break it down at right here now. It's about to get real, right? So, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. So, real quick, right? He said, hey, I'm going to need y'all to follow me on this because we about to take it up a notch. And I don't want to lose y'all, okay? He said, I am the root, right? The offspring of David. You see what I'm saying? Here's how much of a God that Satan is, right? Okay, why did Satan fail in the first place, right? Satan fell because he did not humble his soul. You see what I'm saying? Satan never humbled himself. He thought he was higher than the Elohim. You see what I'm saying? So what happened is that he got cast down to earth. You see what I'm saying? Cast down to earth. He was still in spirit form. He was not yet physical. Now, what I'm saying here is, right, is that what if Christ, right, because he's saying, I am the offspring of David. then that means that Christ must be Satan reincarnated. You see what I'm saying? And check me on this, right? I want y'all to go watch the Passion of the Christ movie or any Christian movie, right? And just follow me on this, right? Okay. The whole movie, right? Christ was never humble. They always tell people, you got to be humble. You got to be humble. No, the fuck you don't, G. You humble yourself to your soul. You do not humble yourself to man, ever. Christ was a full-blown rebel. That's all he was. He rebelled against everything. You see what I'm saying? He rebelled against his parents. She said, Jesus, go clean your room. He said, I'm not here to do this shit. I'm here to do the will of my Father. I'm not here to clean. I'm not a maid. I'm here to do the will of my Father. Also, if you look further into the movie, when he was preaching in the streets, right? They said, Jesus, your mother is looking for you. He said, who is my mother? Who is my mother? I have no mother, right? So he was never really humble. And not to mention, the dude was confounding the wise at 12 years old. What the hell is humble about that? You see what I'm saying? When did Christ humble himself? When did Christ humble himself? He humbled himself after he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, right? Now, I'm about to really bring it together for y'all, right? Because a lot of people don't believe that Christ and Satan is one and the same, of the same coin. You see what I'm saying? Depending on what day I'm having, you might get the Christ version of me. Or you might get the Satan version, depending on what type of day I'm going through. You feel me? Just being real, right? I'm about to bring it together, though, right? So after Christ went into the wilderness, right? He fasted 40 days, 40 nights, right? He went to the top of that mountain. Now, some philosophers say that there was two people on the mountain. Some philosophers said that there was only Christ on that mountain. It was only Christ. It was only him. So who was Satan? Satan was his ego. Satan was his ego. You are the Christ. And Satan is your ego. You are the Christ. You have the ability to be both Christ and both Satan. And I'm about to bring this shit together. So check this, right? When he did the 5 loaves, what was it? It was 2 fish, 5 loaves, I believe, right? Nobody knew that Jesus was a creator. No. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew that Christ was a creator. The only person that knew Christ was a creator was himself, which was Satan, right? They thought he could multiply. They said, okay, well, if you give Christ, right, 5 loaves of bread, he could take 5 loaves of bread, pray over it, and make 10,000, right? He's the God of multiplication. How many times you heard that? God is the God of multiplication. He's the God of, of reverence, right? Okay. But only Satan knew that he could create. Only Satan. Who knows you better than Satan? Who knows you better? Who knows your weaknesses better? If thou be the Son of God, turn that stone into bread. Yeah, I know who you really are. Don't play me, man. I know who you really are. Multiply? Nah, you ain't no multiply, bro. You really the Son of God. You know what I'm saying? If thou be the Son of God, fall down off this cliff and command thy angels to carry thee. Nobody never seen no shit like that before. Nobody never seen no shit like that before. You see what I'm saying? The only one who knew that could be done was the one who done it. You see what I'm saying? So Jesus said, I am the offspring of David. You see what I'm saying? Satan fell because of what? He didn't humble himself, right? He fell because he never humbled his soul. Christ came as Satan reincarnated. This time I will do it right. This time I will humble myself. I will fix what has fallen. We have fallen. And it might have took us thousands of years to incarnate, but we are back on this planet to fix it. To raise the frequency. You see what I'm saying? That's what he's saying right here, man. Y'all gotta catch this, man. I really want y'all to catch this, that Christ and Satan are both one and the same. Are the same coin. They're the same coin. Two sides of the same coin. You see what I'm saying? One's light, one's dark. One's light, one's dark. You see what I'm saying? Satan never humbled himself to Adam. You see what I'm saying? That's why he fell. Because when God made man, he said, I gotta serve that motherfucker? Man, I'm a God. I'm beautiful. I'm mighty. I command the heavens. I sing. I'm glorious. I'm beautiful. I can never die. But I have to worship the thing, this fragile human. He don't even know himself. You see what I'm saying? He don't even know who he is. Why the hell should I worship him? You see what I'm saying? So Satan took it upon himself to give them the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Because in retrospective, you should know who the fuck you are. You see what I'm saying? You should know who the fuck you are. Satan said, okay, if you want to be God, then motherfucker be God. Know good and evil. Know it all. That was the power of free will. You see what I'm saying? The Most High banned Satan. That's when they said Isaiah 14, Isaiah 14:12, Satan fell. He was the morning star. Oh, wow. How have thee fallen? You see what I'm saying? Mighty fall, right? But the fall was a principle in the madness. You see what I'm saying? It was principle in the madness. You see what I'm saying? Because when he failed, he went back and fixed the same thing he fucked up. He reincarnated himself through David, right? David was the one, King David, because David so loved God. You see what I'm saying? He reincarnated himself. He said, I'm the offspring of David, right? I'm the offspring of David. I'm Satan reincarnated. The only one who could challenge Satan was Satan. No other angel could challenge Satan. Not Michael, not Gabriel, not none of them. If anything, them motherfuckers were scared of him. And a little bit jealous. So he created another version of himself. That's why we got polarity. Polarity. What goes up, comes down. If there's white, there's black. You see what I'm saying? If it's light, it's dark. If it's good, it's bad. You see what I'm saying? If it's evil, it's righteousness. Right? The only one that can stop Satan was the Christ. Because the Christ was Satan reincarnated. In us, the same thing as the Pharaoh and all of us is Satan and Christ. That's why the Pharaoh had to balance himself between the lower self and the higher self. So that we can raise ourselves in frequency to become gods again, man. That's all I had to say so far, man. Just let me know what y'all think, man. I'm still trying to delve into the spirituality of it. I'm still doing my research. If y'all got anything I want to add, just let me know, or just comment below in the video, man. I appreciate y'all for listening. I come as I leave as I come. Ashe.